listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. Now, the largest new media platform on the web and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's Bad Girls Club After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Bad Girls Club After Show.
I love that.
That was a long ass.
Wow. That really was, actually.
Yo, what up, AfterBuzzers? Bing is for doing, and we are doing another AfterBuzz TV after show for the Bad Girls Club, Season 9, Episode 11, Hate-Lanta.
Hate-Lanta. Haterville.
Whoa. And it sure was a lot of hatred up in the house tonight. So much hatred, one bitch went home, a new one came, and they still didn't even like her. But I mean, you're already looking at me, so I'm DJ Jesse. We're joined in studio, since he's on camera with me right now,
by the one, the only.
Ricky J.
Don't get it right.
Don't
Ricky
get
J.
Not the other J.
Not the other
That's
J.
Stevie J.
Yeah.
Ricky J. How are you tonight, sir?
I'm good, man. Good to be in the hater zone. I'm good.
Came for the perfect episode, too. Hate-Lanta.
No, I'm good to be here. And I'm appreciated to be here with you guys.
All right, we're going to get into a lot. I hope you're going to give us a lot of juicy details,
let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready to rock and roll.
But of
I
course,
like those glasses, my man.
Thank you, man.
we're all very upset with Stephanie Bauer for not being here tonight. But we are glad because Chevonne Hughes. We need a moment's silence for Stephanie. Chevonne Hughes is joining us.
Yes, hello.
Ew, you got the golf clap.
Yeah.
And Mykee Wattz.
Hello. What it do, my people?
3,000.
You don't get
3,000.
All right. First of all, before we do anything, I just can't contain this anymore because the news just came out today. The reunion for this show is going to be a 3-part.
That's crazy.
I'm so excited.
Bang!
Apparently something happens in the hotel room that they're all at the hotel they're all staying at, and something might get some clips from that. So.
What? There's a lot of lesbian action.
Because Zuli.
More lesbian action?
It was probably Zuli going around trying to rape everybody. That's probably what it was.
Hopefully they show parts of the hospital where they have to deliver Julie.
Because you're saying that she looks pregnant.
No, I'm saying because I hope these bitches whoop their ass when they see all the mischievous things.
Damn, Chevonne,
that was a light read.
Right.
I was like,
are you calling Julie fat?
I mean, that's what I thought you were going
you could
with.
just say it.
That's what I thought you were going with.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get on to it. Andrea, our poor little girl. First of all, I watched Bad Girls. I watched the last episode with people I hadn't watched the show with, and I like watching it with new people. You get some new energy. And it's so funny because I think, Andrea, you kind of punked out.
She did.
I mean, these bitches threw hot sauce on your hair. I know it comes to a point where it's like, well, it's really like a whole house against me. But
They threw her stuff on the highway.
Yeah.
I mean, what would you have done?
Yeah,
well,
it was like how many bitches on one girl? Like,
so what could you really do?
She knew that they took her shit, and I damn well know that she knew that all their shit was in that blue car. Production would have sued me.
Yeah.
I would have smashed into that car.
Angela Bassett.
Oh, you're in Mexico. Find someone to hotwire the car and drive the car into the pool.
Did the producers say you have to stay outside though? Don't go in the house. And then, so she stood out there, right?
Don't do that, yeah.
Why would she stay outside while everybody's taking her stuff?
I think it's when they started beating on her in the last episode, right? You know, at the end when they're all beating her, and she said, "Well, what can I really do? It's me against everybody."
Oh, wow. No. When she went out to
smoke her cigarette, and then they all putting their stuff in trash bags because I'm not gonna be gone from my stuff that long.
But they don't. She does not thinking.
And you're gonna put it in trash bags.
She's not thinking. She's out there. I think she was just
How
contemplating.
you not thinking? It's the Bad Girls Club. You know how it goes down.
I think she. I wasn't a big fan of her before because she tried to really bring me drama, and she was trying to big up her.
Yeah,
Wait, now we gotta ask this then.
Since
you brought it up,
Yeah.
did she try to get with you?
Well, she came to me at the club, and at the club, you know, you drink. Every time I see girls around, I'm a flirting guy. I like girls. I'm not Captain Douchebag, but I'm honest with it. Okay. So she come in and DJ, but I mean, hey, sweetie, you looking good tonight? You know, being nice. But she wanted to push the envelope and be like, hey, nothing ever happened. I mean, she is a cutie. She was a cutie. I mean, with no makeup, you're like, okay, maybe, you know. Yeah. But her attitude when she came on, it was like just too much. I was just hanging.
We didn't think that she actually went up to like flirt with you because it looked like she was just like, yo, what's up?
Chilling.
Yeah, just kind of.
She wanted to create drama.
Or did we not see something that...
I mean, there's certain angles, right? Because she came up, and before I really got on the mic, she was trying to, hey, what are you doing? What's up? Right. And then she came at me at Pink Kitty trying to be like, hey, you twisted my words around. I'm like, what are you talking about? I had alcohol in my system. You can't blame me. Right. And then I spoke to her, and then my boy, in one of the episodes they have online, he was throwing limes at her. So she just had a bad attitude, but now I kind of feel bad for her because everybody was against her. When, I mean... You know, but she shouldn't have copped out that easy.
She shouldn't have, but I do give her credit because she did take those girls. I'm sorry, because she Julie tried to get her from going inside the house, and I'm sorry, Julie, you got smashed. Andrea did like 10 real quick little jabs right to her face.
Fallon's dumbass coming in from the side. That's a bitch move. I'm just gonna say that.
That's a bitch, period.
Right.
That's
no, I mean, a bitch could be a good thing, but that was just...
That's a bitch move, bitch, please.
You may do that over there riding camels in the Middle East, but we don't do that in America. That's jumping somebody.
All right, you know what? Before we get into Andrea, can we just have our Fallon hatred session? Because I'm really excited because I've noticed that... I know we find certain girls on the show and we kind of pick on them, and we get you know, our fans, they write to us and they're like, guys, don't be mean to that one. But everyone's riding on us with Fallon. Everyone's riding with us on Fallon. Everyone thinks she's a weak bitch, which she is. And
no, yeah, he hates on who he wants to hate. No, not just girls.
Yeah. Oh, I go to the left. Oh yeah, I was coming for you just a little bit though. I didn't go hard on you though.
Coming for you.
I didn't go hard on you though. I actually, that was their subject. I stayed quiet.
But it's about Fallon. It's about let's get to the Fallon.
Yeah.
Right. He's like, take this off me. I didn't mean to bring it on me.
I'm not ready yet.
All right, Fallon though. I just can't. Like, I mean, I wrote down through the things, but whenever two people are in a fight, you have Fallon sitting there, just off camera, like popping her head in, like, yeah, you shouldn't do that, yeah. And just as soon as a fist comes, she whoop right off the screen. I can't with this girl. I'm done with her. You're irrelevant. You must be eating Julie's pussy out, and that's why she don't want Julie. Because at the end of the day, if she wasn't friends with Julie, she'd be out of the house.
Right. There was literally a scene where they were sitting in the bed, and she repeated every word that Julie just said. And I was like, has anyone else seen the fact that she's just mimicking Julie? Right? Yeah. And I also want to know, how does she keep her eyes open? Because those lashes tonight were so heavy.
No.
Did you notice that?
Girl, they weren't as heavy as those toenails.
It looked like she was trying.
It looks like she put them on with Elmer's glue and stuff.
Yeah, it was really
crazy.
heavy.
I mean, the toenails were too much. Bad feet. I didn't see those things. I didn't see the bad feet before, but that's just.
Look, I thought she was walking through a Middle Eastern desert for days. That was.
Well, she was. I mean, last week, Mike, commented that Fallon looked like the camel. Looking at her hooves, I would definitely agree with that. Those things were. I don't know how you trim those down.
I just feel like
drink some calcium.
She's a lot of talk. To all the girls, she's a lot of talk, and she's probably the frailest one. Am I not right? I mean,
no, she has the only thing that I liked about her when she was she has a good swag about her when she goes out. No, never.
Yeah,
no, negative.
Did you or there could be nothing.
Did I or would I?
Would you?
Both would be no.
Oh.
Never. Not Fallon. Like, you crazy?
That's like having sex with Jafar from Aladdin.
I mean, that's just like it's too much. It's just too much. I mean, the makeup and the swag is cool, but she has this attitude that he said she'll just jump in when things about to. Oh, listen, bitch. Oh, listen, like at the bar tonight. She's like, said you better drink, bitch. Like what?
You said there was a lot of makeup involved in her.
A lot of cake.
Her swag.
Lots.
And then as soon as like they were like when they came in after Andrea left, they were like, where's she? Where's Andrea? And they knew she wasn't there. And then as soon as Fallon noticed that she wasn't there, like definitely knew that she wasn't there, Then she started going out. That bitch, she's scared. She's left before.
My frame? My picture frame? Like, really, bitch? Really? Your picture frame?
Maybe she got secret, like, Taliban connections and stuff, and we don't know about it, so she just hypes up.
Right,
she's Eritrean. It's African. Get it straight.
Ooh, we all from the same place.
Chevonne Hughes,
yes.
breaking it down for
Geography lesson for you.
Okay.
That's part of the Middle East, too. Part of Africa.
So, all right,
Is it not?
we have our Fallon hate. I'm going to put our Fallon hate on pause. Let's get rid of Andrea and then come back to the Fallon hate. So, Andrea, they're putting hot sauce in this bitch's hair. She's just like, you know what? I give up. Bye, Andrea.
That was punking out.
That's a bye, Felicia move.
What she should have done was she should have had sex with you to piss Rima off, and then she should have gone to that blue Jeep. How you not know the clothes is in that blue Jeep? Everybody's clothes is bags and bags in
She should
there.
have just burnt the shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Angela Bassett it.
Just burn it. I mean, if you really want to get at them, just burn it. Put it in the pit and just burn it off.
Now let me ask you, would it have made Rima mad if she had really got with you?
Yeah, I believe so. Cause me and Rima were really cool. We had a good, well, you know, when we were around each other, it was cool. Like, I was speaking to her, like, you know, when she was alone, there wasn't no big ego. Like, no, oh, it's my girls and me, you know, we're going out. Right. So I think she would have been pissed. I would have been happy because it would have brought me to best of both worlds, right? So I'm like, hey, you guys fight. Watch this go.
Oh, right.
I want to see a breast fall out. Move, jab, move. I'd be like the boxing coach, but.
Okay.
All right, so then that is one thing I will say. She should have slept with you. She should have sat on Zuli's face and then really pissed Rima off. And I'm telling you, got the Mexican man on the horse that always just comes by. They need to get him.
The Mexican.
You know him? He needs to hotwire the car, and she should have just drove the car into the ocean.
Are you
that would
implying
have
all
been
Mexicans
epic.
know how to hotwire a car?
The man on the horse, that man is a priest, apparently. He married
that's
them.
right. He was a priest.
That man can do everything. Everything.
I thought he was Zorro.
Yeah, he
Just the older version.
That actually is Zorro. The show wasn't doing too well. That's what he's doing now. VH1, where are they now? On the
That's
bag
what
on
Zorro's
oxygen.
doing. Well, we saw with the Ying Yang
So we
Twins
have a new. Oh, let's not talk about that yet.
Where are they now?
Well, where is the new girl? She is. Her name is Natasha. She's 21 from New York.
Where did we start?
Natasha.
Can we really get a? Yeah, I mean, girl, you are boring.
Wait.
Let's do
I
our
had to ask you
now.
too. Was that a producer like foul
Yes.
that they brought her on?
Absolutely.
I think she gave them in presentation and interview process
Really?
like really good things, and
Like
then
what?
now when she came to the house,
she
it
was
was a dud.
cheerleading in her interview.
But it wasn't even like a lively cheer.
No,
it was like
it was
she's
like
speaking.
a dull down. Yeah.
I'm
Hey,
okay.
yeah.
So why do you think they brought her? Speaking of
Because
her, she's on the
I
screen now.
honestly, I don't know if I think it was like just feeding meat to the lions. I think at this point they're like,
Yeah.
oh, these bitches are
Yeah, no,
piranhas
'cause-
right now. If whatever we throw at them, they're gonna just go after.
No, they should have threw in a really pretty girl, and that would have threw them off.
No,
for
they
a
needed
little.
to throw. Honestly, they needed to throw someone like Erica, like the girl that got kicked off, like someone real spicy that would go in there and just be like, and call Julie's ass out.
I don't know. I have a
and
theory.
break that
Had
whole little
Andrea been
situation.
prettier, I think Zuli would have stuck by her
I think
side.
Andrea was one of the prettiest
Yeah,
girls.
was
in the
one of
house.
the
she
prettiest
was.
girls, yeah.
That's
And her body was on point.
No.
He just don't like her.
No.
I wasn't a big fan, but I mean, I think you're right. They're just tossing.
If she was
tossing
one of
that
the
meat to
prettiest girls,
lions.
he would have smashed.
Yeah, I
How
mean,
about
okay,
that?
yeah. Well, there in Mexico.
In Mexico.
At that point in time.
At that point in
Look,
time.
and here's the thing about Rima. Rima is pretty when she's done up. And one thing I didn't notice about Rima, but you know, she has the nice little curves, but she be poking her belly out. In some scenes, she be looking like she's pregnant. So
No, that ain't come.
No,
that ain't come from my mouth, y'all. I just want me.
So I'm just saying, if you get any
I'm
phone
supposed
calls,
to be the
Ricky
evil
J,
one. That didn't come from my mouth.
I'm not being evil. I'm just being real. See, I watched it with new energy, and they pointed these things out to me.
Okay.
Well,
You
she
talking-
pointed her stomach out. So.
Well, she right.
I just
It
wanted
was
to clarify.
comfortable that way.
That was a little.
Not from
Buzz
Mykee's
on that
mouth.
one.
So the new girl's in here. I mean, what do you think of her? Honestly, what did you think of her?
I think. I mean,
You
Robbie,
met her,
Yeah,
so-
she was cute. She was quiet though.
She was
so-
cute because on TV I didn't think she was that. Well,
No, but-
some angles she looks cute, but she looks like she got the Ashanti mustache going on, and
Well,
Wow.
I mean, when she said she was a sex fiend, which I didn't know, that's kind of the cute factor right there.
Are
She's
we
like,
on
I
the
like
same
sex.
show?
Well, how come I didn't know? They didn't tell me this at the club. But she was cool. But like I said, I think again, it's just let's just toss somebody that's kind of she's cool. Let's just toss her that she might fight back, but give the lion some more meat.
now there were some scenes where it looked like they all were getting along with her, and then some scenes where she's like clearly staying by herself. Did you notice that maybe not everyone hated her as much as?
Yeah, I don't think everybody hated her, but again, it's the wolves. Julie likes to start that little the master plan. She just wants to be
Pinky
bad.
in the brain.
I think there are just people that are bad, and then there are people that really want to be bad, and then some of these girls are kind of in between. They are bad, but they have a kind of normal side.
All right, speaking of that, what did you think, honestly, of when Rima, obviously everyone in the house was hating on Rima really
they did the
hard.
same thing. That's why, Drea should have stuck up.
Right, but they kind of took it way worse with Rima. Rima was on some serious shit.
Rima's a fighter.
But
Andrea, not so much.
Erica, I think, whooped Rima's ass. If we all
That's
can
why
go
she
back
left
to
the
that.
show.
So long
Right,
ago.
but I'm just saying. But so now Rima hated Julie, and now she's friends with her. Did you ever think like sit down and be like, what the fuck?
I was very curious. They're always like that. One day they love each other. Like one day Julie be, oh, that's my boo. Da, da, da. Like Julie and even when Dre was around, it was Zul. They were hanging out really close together, and the next day they hating on each other. Like I just didn't want. I was like, kick who you want. I'm staying here. Nobody kick me off. I'm unscripted. They don't know what I'm doing. But I just think it's I want to be bad. I want to be in front of the camera. Because at the same time, it's kind of like a survival for your own 15 minutes on this show, right? So Julie was leading because she's trying to manipulate everybody.
And I will say, as much as I don't like Julie, she is the winner.
She's a good snake. She's a great
have
snake.
the longest 15 minutes
But the
after
worst
the show.
part of it is that she knows it.
Yeah. Yep. No, she knows it.
That's what
But
sucks.
she was right. She called out. She was like, anytime I say I don't like somebody,
all these
these
bitches,
girls, they just climb on top of them.
Okay,
Just start.
so let's get rid of the elephant in the room, though. Did you smash Rima?
Rima.
Did you hit it?
You guys are crazy.
No.
That's what we do.
I don't want
Well,
to
I never.
The viewers
I
want
want to
to
hear
know.
that.
Thing is
I'm assuming
I was
yes.
smart
We're
enough to
not gonna-
never go back to the house because I knew there's cameras all over. Like other dum-dums, they'd be like, hey, let's go back to the house. Some guys don't know.
Like
camera.
on the next episode.
Yeah, I think Julie's in bed with somebody and they're always on. So I didn't want to be that guy. I just want to be the guy that, gets a little action on the
Don't
side.
dance around the question. Did
I'm
you
not
hit
going
it?
to. We had
He's
fun. We had fun. We had
Okay,
fun.
there you go.
We had a good time.
Okay.
All right.
He smashed.
I mean, that's
He
fine.
smashed.
I had to send her text messages at the table because they watched. So I'm like,
final question for me, though. Final question for me. How did it come to Rima? Out of all the girls that you could have talked to that first night you guys met, why did it just end up Rima?
the bad wardrobe night, right?
The bad wardrobe night. Wait, and I didn't call you out on that, by the way, because you said I was the evil.
I don't mind being called out because I'll always answer.
We're rewinding the clip because you really trying to jump out of the situation.
I was very quiet.
We both were riding.
No, it's cool. It's cool. It's
Stephanie was involved.
How did it become Rima and not any of the other girls?
Because I was at the club doing my thing, just hanging out, and they said, "Hey, the girls, somebody's gonna be filming." I'm at the bar, and all the girls came in like they owned the place, like they were bigger than life. They were just like, I'm like, I'm just trying to go give them a bottle, or whatever, just to be, courteous. And then she came over to the bar and said, "Oh, you guys talk to people. You guys talk to human beings, right?" She's like, "Oh, you're such an ass." I said, "Yeah, I am, because you guys just walked in here like y'all divas, and I don't know who the hell you are."
Right.
And then she's like, I like this little feisty guy. And she was cool. I like she was kind of, more jogging pants, laid down. Right. And, I mean, everybody else had just too much. Like, Fallon had just good swag, just too much else going on. Right. Julie was different. I like that little, ghetto fabulous kind of girl sometimes. Little, curvy.
Right.
She was cool with me.
Cute.
She was cool with me.
So you were already attracted to her off the bat.
Yeah. I mean, plus there was alcohol in the situation. It was Mexico. I wanted to, have fun with a girl,
right.
and that was the target. The target was there.
There it is.
What did you think of Megan?
Megan, I didn't really get to meet Megan much.
Did she seem like she was always depressed whenever you were hanging out?
Yeah, the only time I saw her like twice, and she was like after they started the whole.
Oh, you saw it after the hatred.
Yeah, after the whole hatred, she was really on the outside.
Alrighty.
She was on the outside, but that's the name of the game. This is survival with the best women in boxing right here.
Before we continue, I want to give a shout out to you guys for always watching us on YouTube, and you guys are slowly making your way to iTunes, but we need your help to get to #1. We need you guys to please subscribe to us, rate us, comment on iTunes. It's really simple. Go to the iTunes store, type in AfterBuzz TV, look for Bad Girls Club, click us, and just hit subscribe. And leave us a comment. If you leave us a comment, we'll give you a shout out here on the show. And I want you guys to do something else too. I want you guys to go back or if you can remember what your favorite comment here on AfterBuzz was, because I know we've had many different topics, and I want you guys to leave the.
We know what your favorite one is.
I can't.
No, I got a few. I watch you guys.
I want you guys to leave your favorite comment on iTunes, okay, and then also leave your Twitter handle, and we'll give you a shout out, and we'll kind of. By the end of the reunions, we'll pretty much figure out what the funniest comment we've made on this show, because I know there's been a lot. I know last season we had
West Shrug, you know.
Apparently, we guess we know who's gonna win. All right, let's get back to the show though. They go back to Pink Kitty. We find out that they're gonna go to Atlanta.
And they were so excited about it.
Atlanta?
I don't know who gets excited to go to Atlanta like that.
And no offense to anybody from Atlanta, but
I like ATL.
I can say that I'm from there.
You
but
like ATL?
I like ATL, but it's like, well, we're going to Atlanta.
You're
Like,
Do you think it was Atlanta, or they were excited just to kind of go back to the States? Because they seem like it was like.
I think it was like more. Let's get back to the U.S. for a minute.
Because all right, what's the difference between America and Cabo?
Cabo just.
Well, and Black Dick. I'm gonna put it out there. Those girls wanted some dick.
All right, okay, I wouldn't know about that, but
I mean, these bitches were thirsty.
no, they were because some of them couldn't. Some of them didn't have the balls to bring back guys to the house. So I think the difference is Cabo, you could just go. It's like a paradise. Cabo's like very cool, but after a while, a lot of
rules.
Huh?
A lot of rules out there.
Rules, not so much. Just don't urinate on the street, and don't do anything really crazy, like knock somebody out in public.
What were you doing in Cabo?
I was just DJing and partying.
That's something you do.
Yeah, DJ host
all the time.
Yeah,
though.
I do music. So.
Okay.
So is it kind of Americanized down there?
Cabo's like Cancun's more Americanized. Cabo still has that little flair because it's so far out there. It's just it's paradise every day. You wake up, like even the poor people are really happy because they're like, hey, I live here. I'm on the ocean. Look at this.
So if things go downhill for me, I know where I'm going.
But me, I've been there so long. I miss. There is a difference. The food is really dope, but sometimes you do miss that little. I love the States. I love Canada. So I'm always like, I need to go back home for a minute. I need to come back to the States.
Because they were like, ooh, the air in Atlanta. I'm like,
well, I don't know about the air.
Yeah,
like I was like, give me a trip to Hawaii.
It's got to be better than where we live. LA is not the air.
But I mean, how can it be better than Cabo? I would think Cabo is beautiful.
Wait, explain the sushi restaurants to me in Cabo. How do you guys have sushi down there?
They have it. I mean, it's just prepared by Mexicans. It's interesting.
Is it good?
It's actually pretty. No, they have they have really dope
Don't lie
places.
now.
No, I'm being real. They have.
Now you gotta go back there.
They watching. No, the food's good. Everything is really good there. It's because everything's imported, right? They don't have any exports. They don't have any industry there. So that's why. I mean, I don't know about the air in Atlanta, but the air down there is pretty damn clean.
Now, what about the food? I mean, they made it seem like the American food down there doesn't taste like.
You see Ashley, she's always stuffing her face.
Like not only that,
every scene.
Baja Junkie, I'm assuming is a chain of junkies because
they have
there's
American
one out
junkie.
here called sorry.
Throwing your pen at me already.
You're pissing me off.
Kill Ricky J.
Yo, he tried to kill you, dog.
Nah, Baja Junkie, they started one.
Ashley.
My God, really that bad? I'm not urinating on you.
Look, this is the last time he'll be on the show. No.
Thank you. That's okay.
No, but there's an American junkie, a Baja junkie. I'm assuming
so it's a little bit of a chain. Cabo is my friends that own it, so they started it because they're from Scottsdale, Arizona, so they brought it over there. Scottsdale, yeah. There's a lot of clubs out there, and they do have some food there, but like I said, the food is dope. Like I've never had no sickness, no problem. People go like, you
drink the water?
I drink bottled water. I'm not getting
parasites and.
I'm not getting tourists.
What do you think about the clubs out there? I know and this happens with all reality shows, but they don't. A lot of the clubs don't want them to go in.
Yeah, because they got to get the release forms from everybody. Right. That's the only reason they got me to sign off, because I was like, shit, I'm already on. Might as well just go with the flow, right? Because the more people in the club, they got to get everybody to sign. And then, you're dealing with some people, they don't want to be on camera. That's why you see it blurred a lot. Right. So, I mean, a lot of the clubs and the girls had a curfew. Bad girls have a curfew. I don't get it, but hey.
Well, you know what, though? I don't know if this is for all the seasons, but I've noticed this with The Real World because it was in St. Thomas. I think it's because it's out of the country.
Yeah, because of the staff.
It has to be 1 or 2 or something like that. So it was 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
And Janedy, your shirt is unbuttoned.
Oh, thanks.
Brother.
Thanks.
Looking out.
Wow, this is good.
He was trying to strip.
Bad boy.
Well, I gotta look out for the.
Jeez. Well, thanks for calling out. Now on camera. 2 o'clock hits. They can bring people home, or they can't.
They can. They can, but they gotta bounce.
So no one can sleep in the house.
Yeah, they've had guys over.
Well, what time do they have to bounce?
Okay, overnight.
No, they can sleep over. The guys can stay. Once you're in the house, you're in the house. But there's a whole process getting in the house. There's ID check. There is like
background check.
No, no. Some people wouldn't get into that house. No, they just do a whole ID check, first name, last name, sign the waiver, and then they actually patted you down. I felt I was going to like airport security. They were giving me the whole TSA, checking me for my phone. I couldn't bring my phone in. I couldn't do anything.
How many times did you go to the house? Because we only saw one time.
I went about 3 times. We hung out, and one of my boys went back and.
Yeah.
I was like, where'd you go? He's like, I went with the girls. I woke up with glasses on my face. I'm like, I'm not going to the house after midnight.
They wear a lot of these fake glasses in that house.
It's
style thing.
All the new kids, all the little kids.
All the new kids are doing it.
All right, so Atlanta, we see Erica from last season.
Venetia.
Who I must say, actually, her body was looking.
Her body was looking good before.
It was looking alright, but that dress can hide a girdle, so let's not.
Oh, because I'm saying it looked better than.
No, that's a body conscious dress. It can't hide nothing.
But then again, we are used to seeing her in like short pajama shorts.
But she wore that even in a.
Actually, did she wear that same exact dress?
Same dress. Same dress? Really?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna say no, but
she wouldn't.
It looks something very similar.
I'll tell you what.
She wouldn't do that
because she knew she came there for the reason to be on TV.
She's camera conscious.
She probably went out at the beginning of the whole day, spent the whole day looking for the perfect dress.
I'll tell you one thing, though.
Got her hair done, got her nails done.
This is the event of.
Yes.
This is the event,
I probably got something to do again, guys.
I got to get back on camera.
The alumni, the one season.
Can she get rid of the red hair, though?
It's a trademark. She can't.
And then I loved how she was trying to act real celebrity with the girls. Like she was.
Come to my VIP.
Yeah.
My bigger.
Come to mine and buy one bottle.
And it wasn't even that much bigger. It was like maybe a space bigger.
Right.
Maybe a chair bigger.
Right.
She was trying to make it seem like she was the queen of it. Like I'm the queen of reality TV here. Yeah. Let's get one Ciroc. And that's the night.
She's like, no, you gonna take your shot. She's like, you gonna take that shot.
If I'm paying for this,
you gonna take it.
We gonna get our money worth.
Oh man, she wasn't paying for nothing.
None of them were paying for nothing.
No, exactly.
Andrea wasn't even leaving tips.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, but Fallon wasn't even paying for shit either.
That's right,
she was getting paid by Julie. Like I said, someone was eating Julie's pussy out. That she's taking care of all the meals for this girl.
Maybe Fallon brushed it with that muff on the top of her head.
That's like a double muff attack.
She's probably fingering her with her toes.
You know something I don't know about somebody's parts down there.
Actually, I think so. No.
All right. Before that, they go and get grills.
Yeah.
For what reason?
They really didn't get grills. I bet you like one or two of them.
That's a Texas thing, anyways. Like,
is it?
Just so happens. That's an Atlanta thing too. Nelly.
I think it's just a down south.
Nelly is not from Atlanta. He's from St. Louis.
It's same situation.
Below the basic Dixie line. Below the basic Dixie line thing.
Right.
All right. Never mind.
Listen, they're just not from Canada. That's what I know. So I'm sticking to that one.
You're from Canada?
Canadian, yeah.
There you go.
Are you Canadian? Why do you give me a Latin flair? Is that because you spent so much time out in Cabo?
You were in New York or something, weren't you?
You give me Pitbull.
Yeah, I get that all the time.
Dale.
I'm like, why Pitbull? He has no hair. He wears size 2 jeans.
I get Pitbull.
I see Pitbull.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with size 2 jeans, brother. Let's not go down that road. Wait, hold on. He's just joking with y'all. I'm playing.
So, they're in Atlanta. They go to the girl shop, and just so happens as the bad girls are there, the Ying Yang Twins just happen to be there as their song's playing on the show. And look, they just happen to be
back in the club.
Yeah, mansion.
I'm surprised Lil Jon didn't run through. Hey guys,
I was actually really surprised.
Little John has a career still.
So wait, there we go. Little John, Atlanta, grills. Bam.
That would have worked.
Well, okay. First of all, the Ying Yang Twins was very random.
Hey, they ain't doing nothing.
They were hot when they were hot though. I jammed to their songs. I'm not gonna lie.
Right, they were on a Britney Spears track.
That's right.
Pop culture right there.
Actually, the only one that she collaborated with is that, right?
The Ying Yang Twins.
Ying Yang Twins.
So that's pretty big.
God knows why.
That's a big one.
But Britney makes a lot of bad choices anyways. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the fact that that was a totally set up, and it was a trade-off.
Yeah, it had to be a trade-off.
It had to be a trade-off.
We'll be on the show if you play our music, and we'll come to the club and drink for free. Yeah, you'll be like,
you have to with that. And then the song they played,
I think
it
Julie
wasn't even a Ying Yang song.
Yeah.
It was like.
It was some new release that
Yes,
they
it
did
is.
release. Yeah,
It was their song, but it
It's
wasn't
not-
what a
yeah.
typical Ying Yang sound
It's
should be.
2012.
They
Why
try
do
to
we
go
don't
house
want to
with
hear
it.
the same?
It was all
ish they
dubsteppy.
were
It was
playing
all
before.
weird, like
Jay-Z and Kanye can present the same thing to me, and
industrial.
I'll mess with it.
Jay-Z and Kanye. We're not even getting into
Okay,
that.
never mind.
We should not get them started on that.
Never.
road.
So they're out there with Erica. Erica doesn't like the new girl. They go back to the hotel, and the new girl just pity party is just like,
balling.
I feel like you guys just were. Erica made you not like me, and
then Julie's like, hold up. Nobody makes me feel any way I don't want to feel.
No.
I'm pissed off because you think that I think. Oh my God.
wait, but it's funny because they're
Ridiculous.
both explaining to each other how each one feels,
Right.
but neither of them, it's a lot of talking and no listening to be like, oh, I feel this way, she feels that way.
Right.
I'm glad now we've come to an understanding. No,
Julie.
instead, Natasha starts crying, goes outside,
Julie's
and I
a
was
mess.
actually surprised. Rima and Ashley went out and were like, girl.
Well, I mean, Ashley's the nice one. Rima,
Ashley, I don't think is nice anymore. I don't like this little. I feel like
No,
Ashley's a follower. That's
yeah,
what
she's
it
a
is.
follower, but she's actually, besides the follower, she's actually the funnest one. Like she
I'm sure
doesn't
she
mind to be stupid and act all
That
quirky
scene
and
where
pee
she
in a
was
bucket
kicking
in the
the
limo,
thing.
kind of get
Yeah,
whatever.
That was nasty. I'm sorry.
I mean, but the whole time we're talking about how everybody feels, and I just couldn't help but thinking this, and I don't know if anybody else thought this, but Julie, how about you feel like hitting the treadmill once in a while? Like, is that possible? Because you feel all
Wait a
these other
minute.
ways.
You just came at me about talking about Rima and her.
And then I got on Julie before about the pregnancy.
But then you talking about her going on a treadmill?
But I own my stuff. I do not like Julie.
Good
Feel
night.
like hitting the treadmill, and that's how you feel. You can come see me. I live at no. I'm just,
Actually, apparently, just off topic, I heard she has hit the treadmill.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, I heard she has.
She's getting it tight.
I heard she's gotten a little bit tighter. That's what
So
I
we
heard.
found that Kanye West workout plan. That's
yeah,
what
she did. P90X or something like that, right?
So, one comment
She's
that
gonna
Ashley
surprise
made
us.
that kind of aggravated, she's like, you can't come onto the Bad Girls Club and cry because people are being mean.
What?
I remember the beginning of this
She
season.
was crying, wasn't she?
Before you were on the Mean Girls Club, you were crying almost every
Yeah.
day.
Right.
Is crying a bad thing? though? Does it
Can we
mean
take
you're
it
not
as a sign of weakness?
a bad girl if you cry?
I mean, I don't think Natasha was. What did Julie say she thought she was crying? Because she thought
She was
everyone was
scared.
gonna. I don't think she thought everyone was gonna gang up on her,
Yeah.
like beat her up. I think she was crying because it's just. I guess you're the new girl on the scene, and
Well, it was a self-fulfilling prophecy. She came into the house being like, oh, they just ran one girl out. Ooh, then I better not get on their bad side, right? She came in, she's like, hi, everybody, hi. And they all ignored her.
that was fake shit.
Yeah. And then so she felt that, that ostracized feeling, and then it came to a head. Like, what she thought was going to happen happened because she was acting like that, because she thought it was going to happen. She made it happen.
And this is what happens.
She
It
got
is what
weak.
happens.
She got weak. She showed them the weakness right away.
She did.
Right, so if I cut myself, I go in the Shark Tank. They're gonna come for me
Yeah.
regardless, even if I'm a nice guy or a bad guy. They're coming, right? And that's what she did.
Right.
I think maybe she didn't know what she was really getting involved into.
Right.
Like, hey, I'm gonna go in there. They're gonna like me. I'll be one of them. I think that's what happened, and then they're all just starting to
She didn't
pounce
think it was
on
going
her.
to start so soon. Like,
Yeah,
I thought she was going to
because-
have, like, a couple days to get acclimated, but no.
No, because they were already on their high, right? They were already
Right.
like, hey, we don't want no more bitches in this house. We own this
Right.
place. We run this. We just kicked anybody we want out. And now she's
Which
coming
is
going,
true.
I'm lonely
Well,
and
she's
don't
co-
hate me.
Yeah.
And as she called her mother to tell her she's lonely, and her mom called her out and was like,
Well, on Facebook, you said that you're living your lifelong dream.
That
Bye,
was your lifelong
Felicia.
dream?
Bye,
and that's where I
Felicia.
feel bad for you.
I
That's
don't, I
why
don't
you
think
were
Mom
crying.
watched the show yet or
Yeah.
knows about the show.
Or I don't think Natasha really knew what she was.
I think it was
signing
more of
herself up
Mom
for.
saying, I told your ass not to go there. But you went and embarrassed me, so, like, well, you're living your lifelong dream. That's what you said, right?
You knew what you were
Do
doing,
it.
girl. You knew what you were getting
Right.
into, right? So have fun.
Right.
Use it.
Because
Get that 15.
her mom reminded me of my mom. Anytime I do something stupid,
She
and then
gonna
I
tell
call and I want to vent about it, she's like, don't vent to me,
Yep.
because you said you wanted to do it, right?
Right, exactly.
So, you know.
So Zulie's hitting on Julie. Now
Hardcore.
she's over Rima. apparently. Now, did you and Zuli ever get into any?
Zuli, I found Zuli cute to be. I was like, I actually went up to her.
Were you ever afraid?
I was flirting. Okay. I was flirting with her because I was like,
I did want to work this out. Because the way they make it seem on the camera is that she didn't like you. Because you was trying to get
we were
with her.
Hanging. No, we were just hanging. Well, at first, when I first met Zuli, when she first came on, I saw her and Andrea kicking it. So I was like, oh, okay, you're like that. I didn't know you like just girls. Right. Cool, I don't care. I'm like, hey, you still look good. She's like, yeah, look at me, I'm a boxer. Yeah. Da, da, da. So
that's what it is. I thought she did CrossFit or something. Her body's
she's into boxing and everything. Right. So I was just I know one night we were at the club, getting stupid with it. I'd be, hey, is there any way convert you? I don't. Maybe not me, but can I find somebody? I just want to say that we accomplished something. And she's like, no, boo. I like my girlfriend. I'm like, yeah, all right, we can still be cool.
So you came at it wrong. You should have said, hey, you want to make Rima really mad?
No, but as you see, she's being a little, me, myself, and I. She didn't want to help Dre out, who was her friend. She didn't. She doesn't want to get. She just wants to have her camera time and be up there.
Well, to me, I took that her not helping Andrea out was because if she sided with Andrea, that would piss Rima off. And then she ain't gonna get nothing.
Yeah, but she wants everybody in the house.
I said, had Andrea been a little bit more prettier, she would have.
I think Andrea's pretty.
I'm not saying that Andrea is ugly by any means. I said a little bit more prettier.
You mean like at least pretty?
A little bit, like 5%, 10%.
Right, like that, what does that mean?
15% more. Like Rima and Andrea, who would you pick first? I'd pick Rima. I mean, she just gives me.
Okay, cool. I'm alright with it.
That's well, obviously you're alright.
Yeah, fine, of course.
Okay. Well, actually,
had she been up to par with Rima, she would have said something. Rima, like, okay, you're not gonna mess with my girl like that.
Rima got that. I had a baby pussy.
Or
no. Let's not go there.
Ricky's like, I know.
I don't mind.
Well, let's go here.
After women have children, it all reshapes out here. So I'm just saying, everything's fine.
It's never like the way it used to be.
All right, so let's talk about you right now before we head into predictions. Where, you go out there, you're doing your own thing. You hear bad girls there. A lot of people who get involved with somebody from one of these reality shows, they usually like, oh, it was never about the camera time. Was it ever about camera time? And be real with it. Like,
no, being honest.
Because you do have a career in entertainment, so this is going to help you.
I'm not a stupid person. But I'm not also Captain Douchebag. I got my little thing, but being there at the same time, that was total coincidence, right? I was just happen to be there. They book me every year for a whole spring break, which is kind of. It's a good relief, spring break with a bunch of girls. Who's gonna say no? So I was there, and the club's like, hey, they're filming. Just go down there, and make sure everything's cool. So, and that's what I did my job. I went down, make sure to do the DJ thing. But Cabo's small, so every time they're out, I'm out.
Right.
So I was like, one point, I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm kissing this girl, making out with her, whatever. I might as well just stick around. But the thing is, I didn't go hunt for it. And a lot of people, they watch shows. They don't really get it, get how it goes. Yeah, they're all guys that want to be like, hey, what are you doing? But the production also like me because I'm in the business, right? So they know. I know I'm not gonna talk about the show. And I was real with them. I was joking around. Just like one of the episodes, she's like, oh, you gotta marry me. I'm like, whoa, marry you? Whoa, time out. It's more like I knew that. What do we do? I'm like, hey, my name will be out there. I'm not stupid. It's like business too, right? You can't pay for that.
Right.
If they hate me, they can hate me, they can love me, they can make fun of me, but they still talking my name to some facet. So I'm like, hey, they're gonna be saying my name. I just had to make sure that they
tarnish your name.
No, because they did put me in positions. Rima would be, I go up to her, hey, what's up with the club, and then she'd be like, oh, you just want I'm not really that much of a vulgar, explicit guy, but you just want my my snatch, right? But in more explicit ways. Right. Like, whoa, hey. I didn't say that now. So, yeah, at one point, I'm like, hey, I'm on camera. I might as well just use it. But I wasn't running to them because I was in the club.
Next year when you go to Cabo, we don't want the girls knowing how you how you hit on other girls.
No, I'm fine with it.
Yeah,
No, I'm fine with it. I'm very straight up. I just tell them, hey, sweetie, this is what I want. You want to have a good time or not? I'm not going to hate you. Don't hate me.
As long as you're honest about it.
Do you talk to any of the other girls?
I Twitter with them a lot. Like, Ashley was one of my personal favorites because she's just done with it. Like, she's actually a real cool girl. Maybe a little influenced by others, but she's cool. Not really Fallon. It's just I had more connection with Ash and Rima, and that's really it. Because
But by text, not over in a.
Yeah. Rima and me still text.
Rima, we know that, but any of
I didn't really get into everybody else.
They ain't try to slide their way in there afterwards.
No, not really, because Julie had there was some other drama happening that nobody's seen. I'm not even gonna spoil it yet, but there's other stuff that happened that they just. You levitate towards certain people in your life. Some of them are cool girls. Some of them are just girls. You're like.
What was the best experience from this?
I think just. I do music and music videos. I didn't know how they do reality. So it's interesting to see reality when, like, I'm in a club and the girls come in, but I wasn't, like, one of the episodes, you can clearly see I'm in the DJ booth doing my own thing. The girl came to me, so the producer's probably going, hey, he's in the booth, go over there and start. Like, there is a little kind of, push and pull, but I think the best experience is just really seeing how it's done and then seeing on Twitter what the hell the response is, because there's a hell of a response to the show.
What's the response to you?
Oh, there's a lot of there's a lot of good, but there's an awful lot of hate. But it's okay.
Yeah, of course.
They're like,
it's reality TV. It's
no,
full
but
of haters.
the thing is, like, I reached out to him, right? I was like, go ahead, hey, man, these and somebody, oh, she looks good there. Sorry, it's just a lot of hate. They're like, hey, this guy's ugly. So I would Twitter back, hey, thank you. Have you looked in the mirror yet?
Yeah.
Like, don't hate me. I'm just like a big fan of. I'm a big fan of. Hey, you might dislike me or maybe not like my ways, but you can't come down and hate on me because you really don't know what I'm about yet. Right. From 10 seconds.
Have your bookings increased since being on the show?
Well, lately, because I've been out of Canada, so I'm going back to Cabo. I got going back to Cabo. LA. I'm going back to Cabo, do some DJ stuff, and I'll be back here in LA. And I love LA too, so this is the new spot. So.
What are your clubs in LA that you go to? I mean, or
all over.
I
go.
Because the clubs change weekly.
Yeah, they do. They do. It's like one day, one day it's Colony, one day and then something else. No, I like Dre's a lot because of the rooftop. So I like a lot of the other clubs, but the problem here is it's all Snobville. Thank God I know some good people because I'm not waiting 20 minutes in line. They'll be like, hey, you can't get in.
Right. Never would I ever.
And if you come to LA, don't dress up to go to a club because they let some.
The bums.
No, as long as you got the money, I got
a whole. I'm actually the best part. I'm starting to use the bad girl. Hey, I'm on Bad Girls Club. Hey, no, I'm messing with it.
So, all right, now watching the show, do you feel like obviously you already had formulated opinions about the girls being there. Now you're watching this for the first time live.
It's a whole different ballgame.
Why?
Because they
weren't like. What do you think of the girls? Or do you even look at Rima sometimes and be like,
yeah, I'd be like, wait a second. What? Huh? Like, Rima didn't really, because that's what she was, kind of more or less. She was like that. Like, when she had to talk to me and tell me off and be rough and, I don't know, I got a man and but some of the other girls really, like Julie, I did not know was that manipulating. Because in face, she's like, oh, hi, how are you? Yeah. Just the same thing with, like.
Do the other girls know now?
They like,
has
must
Rima sent like text you and been like, yo, I can't believe I was being manipulated the whole time by this girl.
She's like, I know she got booked to do some appearance at some club, and the same club owner, Rima, and the same club owner booked Erica or there's some kind. And she's like, okay, I didn't want to start anything. I told them to lower the music in the car or whatever, and they started to get into a spat. So I mean, I think they know, but I think now they're all kind of past the show, especially Rima. Rima's like, hey. I gotta hide now if my boyfriend might or whatever. They're kind of on and off. I don't know. Right. I'm not getting into that whole drama, but I know she messaged me and she's like, I gotta hide under a rock.
Have you met Ishmael?
No, no. I'm not gonna go to Chi-Town right now. I wear the Chicago hat. I'm gonna just stay away, just in case rocks bottles come my way, or that one bottle of Ciroc that they order.
Do you? I can't with that. Do any of the other bad girls from any other seasons have hit you up or?
No, actually, I know some people.
Because I know the twins are very vocal.
Are they?
Not about you, but
I mean vocal. No, I don't.
He crept out real quick.
I'm not a big bad girls club. One of my boys loves it back in Canada. He's like, he called me. He's like, you're on the show. What? I'm like, relax,
classic
dude. I would. No, he's like, you're on the show, right? You're like, you know how much I really love that show with my girlfriend, and I watch. I'm like, relax, dude. It was just reality. I was walking by and I was there. Like, it's just, no, none of the. I don't really speak to any of the other girls.
All right. So before we head into predictions, real quick, I was at the Vegas Bash, and I know there was a week I couldn't talk to you guys. I was in heaven, and there are just 2 videos up right now. But we're very close with the twins, so we saw the twins and Erica from season 5. If you remember her, all the tattoos, white girl cheerleader. She met the guy on the show, and then they did a sex tape.
I didn't know about the sex tape.
She's very proud of the sex tape.
She lives in the IE.
To each his own.
Very proud of it. And she has a website, which actually I thought was really fun. It's like Vivid Celeb something with all these celebrity sex tapes. And I'm like, girl, you did not put... And Toasty, I don't know if you know Toasty from one of the VH1 shows.
I went to Erica's birthday party last year in the IE. It was pretty ghetto, but...
The same Erica? Because there are a lot of Ericas in Bad Girls History. Okay.
The same Erica that he's talking about.
She's still hosting like hustler parties and stuff. But the twins were awesome. It was great seeing the twins.
Uh-oh.
Rumor has it.
He's itching.
Rumor has it. There was a rumor floating around all the reality TV stars that one of the twins hooked up with Zach from The Real World, San Diego.
What? Which one?
Real big. He looks
kill
like
myself right
looks
now.
like Ken from like Barbie. And
You know what? I stopped watching that season because it was so boring, so I don't even remember who you're talking about.
Well, rumor has it.
Wink, wink.
I don't want to put anything funny out there, you know.
Jesse got my favorite bad girl to give me a shout out.
Jenna
I
from last
saw
season.
that.
I was dying.
And
Jenna,
let me tell you,
gorgeous and amazing.
She's
and
gonna call in next week, actually.
her breasts.
What do you
was
say?
on
If you
point.
know any like you know a few of them, right? Well, you could tell them they can be free to like call me if they want. I'm good for guidance, and I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there.
It's him operating right
And this
now.
is why I
He's
get you
operating
confused
right
with
now.
Stevie J, because you act the same way. It's all good though.
It's
The
all
thing
good.
about
It's all
you know what
love.
the funniest thing is Jenna's beautiful. I mean, this girl is so gorgeous. Drop dead. She just glows when she walks in. She had a cigar. She's smoking a cigar the whole night. Smoking blue body dress.
Jersey, right?
Yeah, Jersey. And honestly, wasn't talking to any guys there. She was so pimp. Like she was.
Shout
just
out
so
to
good.
Jersey.
Yeah, I gotta give Jenna
And the
credit.
women there.
But she's gonna call in next week, I believe, and she's gonna release her new song with us here on AfterBuzz.
Ooh.
And
So I'm very
we and
excited.
her are
AfterBuzz
gonna do some
exclusive.
music together too. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be amazing.
Who else did I see? I saw Priscilla from New Orleans.
Yeah, she was all brunette.
Okay, here's the thing. She definitely pulled me over to her side, meeting her in person. I didn't like who she was hanging out with on the show, but now she doesn't even talk to anyone from the show. She's awesome. She's totally cool. She's gonna call in and just give us a whole bunch of juice about all the other bad girls.
She seemed like a girl that was just doing what she had to for the show, that she would never associate with those type of people outside.
That's exactly what she said, and she said she would fight more if she didn't want legal drama being pulled.
Right.
And yeah, that's the Vegas Bash. So I'll tweet the videos out, so make sure you guys check those videos.
They're amazing.
Let's head into predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV
predictions.
All right, next week seems like it's all about the boys.
Yep.
This should be interesting.
Julie's finally getting some.
Julie's getting some.
Julie's gonna
Finally.
get some, I think.
And
Maybe she can
the
chill
man
out.
tells her I love you, which is awkward.
Did he really say that in that clip?
But it sounded like a
In the heat
woman's
of the
voice,
moment,
though,
though.
for some reason.
Why
In the
would
heat
she
of
be
the
like,
moment.
Julia,
I know, but maybe
In
there's
the
somebody
heat of the
else,
moment,
another
it
woman
slipped.
next
Okay,
to her.
In the heat of the moment, it
If
slipped.
it's the
That's
person
okay.
who I think it was, I can only say, I'm not even gonna try and cover up because I would never say, I love you, baby. There was a lot of alcohol. My boy,
Yeah.
if it is who it is, he was drunk
That's what
every
I'm
day for
saying,
30
yeah.
days. I mean, to go with Julie
Drunk,
too, you got
and in the moment,
right?
stuff is
Don't
said.
get me started on that.
can't.
Stuff that comes out.
And then Rima's gonna get jealous of Ricky.
Yeah, I think maybe might be my last show.
Got a little, and then you give her an ultimatum, right?
I think I believe so. I mean, I know there was an ultimatum, and they went after the whole Atlanta. Everybody started getting all sketch. and
Ultimatum, like
bizarre.
you. So your story is you say to her like, look,
I was just like, hey, do you wanna hang? Like, do you wanna,
Let's be
look
honest here.
more
Let's
into
stop.
it?
Let's cut
All
the
right,
bull crap.
let's cut the bull.
Ricky,
Yes.
did you really feel this girl enough that you could have been like, this is my girl? My bitch right here, my ride or die.
I just want to know her more, but the problem is once she goes to Chicago or back home.
Oh, you were such a player. That's the answer to player gives.
But wait, you never looked at it?
That was never put a ring on or none of that. It was just.
She's on the back.
Oh, she's on the back. First,
that's just shit.
Reality TV. I'm not getting married. I like women. I like having friends. I like to know people, but I really
never get married. Is that what we said?
No, I never said never. Never said never. It's
I mean, but she has a life after the show. She's gonna
be.
Exactly.
That's what I wanted. I wanted
Rima.
Obsessed?
As far as one of the favorites on the show.
Yeah.
But my thing is, the first thing, what did you think of when she said, I would suck dick to get to the front of a line? That when we first heard Rima,
I was like, hey, I'm at the front of the line. Let's go.
On that note, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys hit us up on iTunes. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook at AfterBuzz TV. Ricky J, where can they follow you?
Official Ricky J on Twitter, RickyJ.com. I'm on YouTube, Ricky J Music. And episode 12, I guess they're going to make me the bad guy, but hey, I'm
we need
doing
to do
good.
music together.
I'm down, man. You know, Ricky J I'm here. I thank you guys. Have fun.
Oh, thanks for coming.
All right, you can tweet me at DJ Jesse J.
You can tweet me at Chevonne_Hughes.
You can tweet me at Mykee 3000 Wattz, Instagram, Facebook, and shout out to my girl Samaya Reese, whose song is on the Bad Girls Club this season.
Stay tuned, guys.
It's one of my good girlfriends, so give us some love.
We have a bunch of guests coming up for the next couple episodes. Some really big names.
Yes.
And I'm very excited. A lot of musical.
Samaya will be one of them. I just have to let it go.
Yes.
From Love and Hip Hop.
Next week we actually have Christina DeBarge. So until that,
you should have come last week. No,
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later, bitches!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.